Hello and namaste. My name is Monisha Khatwani and you can catch me on www.rajshri.com. I'm a Mumbai-based tarot card reader and astrologer, and I'm going to tell you all about Grah, Dosh, or if you feel there's some ill effects in your life, certain things not taking off, this is all to do with Grah, Dosh, planetary displacements, problems, or there could be some sort of a situation in your horoscope which is not favoring you. So the first Dosh we're going to talk about is something known as the Mangal Dosh or the Mars Dosh. Basically, what happens when you have Mangal Dosh is where you can't get married very easily, you can't get married fast. Usually, marriage takes place after 30 or 31. And I'd also like to say that marital life actually begins only after 32 or 33. That is, if you get married before 32, chances are you will not be happy. Now, how do you know if you have Mangal Dosh or you don't have Mangal Dosh? There are very simple symptoms of Mangal Dosh, and that is, well, if you feel that there's a lot of struggle getting married, or if you feel that you've never had success as far as your love life is concerned, you have problems as far as your life partner issues are concerned, or for example, you've really never had that opening as far as a life partner is concerned, then chances are that you have Mangal Dosh, or chances are that you are Manglik. Now, if you're Manglik, you should ideally get married to a Manglik to remove the effect of Mangal, or what you can do is wait till 30 or 31 where the effect almost naturally dies out, and the marriage that you take place will automatically be good for you. But I'd also like to say that if you get married before the age of 30, you can do something as known as breaking your Mangal. That is, you can get married to a tree, you can get married to a cow. It might sound a little outdated, or you can get married to a shivling and ideally get a puja done where you can break the effect of Mangal in your life. So astrologically, that is considered your first marriage, which is already broken because of Mangal Dosh or because of the Manglik factor. And the second marriage, which is the marriage to the human being, ideally works out and gives you long-lasting happiness. Those of you with a heavy Mangal or a heavy Mars in your chart, is definitely recommended to do this puja. And I'd also like to recommend you that either which ways, even if you're not Manglik or even if you're not having a Mangal Dosh, you should definitely, before get married, do a Mangal Shanti puja so that your marital life goes well. There are other symptoms of Mangal Dosh, and that is, for example, if you have got married at the age of say 21, 22, 23 at a very young age, and post-marriage also you are having some sort of problems, major problems as far as your life partner is concerned, your marital life is concerned, your personal life is concerned, and you're having problems as far as, for example, there's no good chemistry with your life partner, or you feel that your partner is not paying any attention to you in spite of you making all your efforts, the chances are your Mangal is very weak, or you have some sort of a Mangal Dosh. Now, if you feel that, you're almost ready to get married, but things just last minute fizzle out, again, this is a part of Mangal Dosh or Mars Dosh. Many people have a broken engagement and then land up getting married. When you have a broken engagement, this could also signify being Manglik, having a heavy Mars, but it's all happening for the better, because once your engagement is broken, it's almost considered as good as a broken marriage. But again, I strongly recommend that you do some sort of Mangal Shanti puja through some Pandit or some astrologer, or you can, like I said, get a puja done where you get married to a tree, get married to a shivling, or if you're in India or anywhere where they have cows, you can definitely get married to a cow, because a cow is considered a very sacred aspect, and this automatically breaks your Mangal Dosh. There are other simple upais to take care of Mangal Dosh. One is reading the Hanuman Chalisa, as Lord Hanuman takes care of the planet Mars. And there is also a saying is Mangal Murti, as in Lord Hanuman is the Murti, the guider, the protector of Lord Mars. So the more you pray to Lord Hanuman, it is a myth that women should not pray to Lord Hanuman, as he was a brahmachari. But it is also true that Sita, who was, he used to really worship as a mother, used to also pray to him and believe in him. So definitely you can pray to Lord Hanuman to get you a good life partner to help remove the effect of Mangal in your life. You can do the Hanuman Chalisa 11 times a day if that is possible to reduce the effect of Mars. Another simple upaya is Om Kram Krim Krom Saha Bhumaya Namaha. This jap can be said in the day, especially on Tuesdays or Monday to Sunday. If you say it, that is fantastic. From 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. anytime, and basically before the sun goes down, you're supposed to say this jap as much as you want. 10 to 15 minutes is also quite effective. This will help reduce the effect of Mars in your life. You can also donate 1 kg lal masoor dal, that is red color ka dal. You can donate on Tuesdays before 12 p.m. either at a Hanuman temple or to any poor person. Apart from which, you can wear a red coral on your right hand, third finger for ladies, and for gents, left hand, third finger. So these all simple upais will definitely help your Mars and Mangal become less. Tuesdays, मंगलवार के लिए, मतलब मंगलवार के दिन आप व्रत रख सकते हैं मंगल के लिए, मंगल को शांत करने के लिए. Tuesdays, if you try and keep मंगल का व्रत and avoid wearing red, this will be really, really auspicious for you. This will be really lucky for you. So I've given you very simple upais for Mangal Dosh, and if the symptoms match, you know definitely you have either Mangal Dosh, your Manglik, or have a heavy Mars. And now we're going to move on to another dosh, and that is known as the Pitru dosh. What is Pitru dosh? It's basically an ancestral dosh. Now, when we say ancestral dosh, your foreparents, for example, your grandparents, your great-grandparents, or even further than that, were somehow cursed or had some sort of difficulty as far as their, personal life was concerned, or maybe when they passed away, they didn't die at peace, or maybe they were not, emotionally or mentally satisfied about certain things. Now, when you have a Pitru dosh, it is usually hereditary. It is passed on in the family. So if you notice a certain pattern happening in your family, for example, if you see your parents' married life was not happy, your married life is not happy, your grandparents' married life was not happy, chances are you have a Pitru dosh. Or if you see that, many people see that from, a girl child is never been able to get born. For example, your grandparents could never have a female child, your parents could never have a female child, you cannot seem to conceive a female child, or even you cannot seem to conceive or cannot conceive. If you can conceive, you're also not able to give birth to a female. There could be a specific pattern. This is the main symptom. If you notice a pattern which has followed from your grandparents up to your generation, then you can be confirmed that you have something known as a Pitru dosh. Now, Pitru dosh basically in a very short form means that your foreparents, that is your forefathers or whoever, are not very happy at the moment. Unki atma ko shanti nahi hai, which means right now their soul is not at peace. Maybe they have not been able to go to heaven, or they are still, at a certain stage in between and they're not happy. So ये दोष जो है अच्छी तरह से निकल सकता है through a simple puja known the Pitru dosh puja. जो भी आपकी लाइफ में बाधाएं हैं, problems हैं, वो अच्छे से हट जाएंगे. Maybe career-wise success is also blocked. Maybe you would have seen, like I said, it has to be a pattern. It could be your father's having this problem and your grandfather, or maybe just even if it's just 2 generations, that is your father and yourself, or any other generation, if you've noticed having this continuous pattern, then you know you have something known as a Pitru dosh. Now, this puja can be performed in certain places in India. Normally in every city they do it, but the most authentic place to do this is a place called Trambakeshwar, which is very, very close to Nasik. That means in a place called Trambakeshwar, they perform the best Pitru dosh puja. Also in Banaras, they do perform the best Pitru dosh puja, and जैसे कहते हैं ना, ये पूजा करके आपके जो relatives हैं उनको शांति मिलती है. The best time to perform Pitru dosh puja is during a period called Shraddh. You can find out from some astrologer. It's around 40 days in a year, and ये जो श्राद्ध का period है, this is basically for your ancestors, and इसके लिए होता है ताकि उनकी मन को और उनकी आत्मा को शांति मिले. Now, this is the most amazing time to perform Pitru dosh puja, apart from which you can perform it any time in the year. There is no specific time or date. In case you are not living in India, you will try and have to make a trip to India, because authentically it is done in India. In case you have any good astrologer nearby, you definitely can contact him or her and ask about the Pitru dosh Shanti Puja. So in case you notice a pattern like this, please understand that you have a Pitru dosh Puja. And finally, there's another important dosh I would like to talk about, and that is the Shani dosh. And there's also another period of Shani called Sade Sati. Well, when we talk about the Shani dosh, it basically means Saturn being very, very heavy in your life. Personally, professionally, financially, there's a lot of blocks, a lot of delays, a lot of things not happening the way it should, health-wise, personally, legal matters. You feel there's a lot of struggle everywhere. Then you have a Shani dosh, and इसके लिए शनि की पूजा करनी चाहिए. Definitely, Shani Shanti Puja आप कर सकते हैं. You can do it anywhere in India through any good astrologer, or abroad even there are pundits who perform these pujas. And I'd also like to say the Shani Shanti Puja जो है आपकी लाइफ में काफ़ी सारी चेंजेस लेकर आएगा. It'll definitely bring a lot of changes in your life and it will improve your Saturn and make things lighter because शनि आपकी कुंडली में फिर भारी है या आपके जीवन में भारी है, and it's very important that the negative effect of Saturn should move out of your life. Now, other ways to please Saturn definitely are you can wear something in black. On Saturdays, you can donate black clothes. You can feed the crows, black crows, or any black animal. Apart from which, you can donate Kala Til to a Shani Murti, Shani temple. If you do not have that, you can donate it to any beggar on a Saturday. You can do the Shani Aarti, Shani Puja. Om Pram Prim Prom Sa Shane Namaha. This is the jap you can say between 8 and 12 p.m. at night to help improve your Saturn. And also, you can definitely wear a Neelam in case you feel that a Neelam suits you. That is a blue sapphire. You can test the stone for a week before wearing it. If it gives you no negative effect, be rest assured that Saturn will in that case help you. And finally, I want to talk about Sade Sati. Sade Sati means 7.5 years of Saturn's period. Now, when we talk about 7.5 years of Saturn period, it's usually negative. At least 4 to 5 years are very negative. Things can come to a complete halt. You can experience a lot of losses, a lot of problems, family-wise, personally, professionally. You can feel as if you've just come completely on the road or you've just come right back at scratch. But this is a karmic lesson for you. These are the lessons you're meant to learn. Every individual does go through a phase of Sarasati, whether it is early in their life or late in their life. But 99% everybody has a phase of Sarasati. But the good thing is Shani jate jate kuch deta hai. That means towards the end of Sarasati, he does bestow you with some sort of boon, some sort of happiness, and you almost tend to forget all the troubles. And Sarasati makes you very, very humble. It makes you very kind because you learn to become very mellow and less aggravated in life. Your ego is completely broken, and this is the idea of Saturn. So in case you're going through a period of Sarasati, or if you feel that your Saturn is heavy, you can find out from a local astrologer or from somebody nearby. Definitely, you can do these simple upais, which I've told you about Saturn, apart from which you'll just have to wait it out and please Saturn. And it could be, like I said, he's a karmic planet. So if he is pleased with you, he could reduce your pain and convert the last 3 or 4 years of Saturn into complete bliss. So आपको शनि की पूजा definitely करनी चाहिए अगर आपको Sarasati या फिर शनि दोष है. In case of any other queries, this is a very basic, examples I've given you. But in case of any other queries, please do contact me at monisha@rajshri.com.